Alright, gamers! So we have got the EZAs for the Xenoverse characters. It's exactly what we were kind of like anticipating to happen. The 5 Xenoverse characters are the ones that are going to be EZAing here. So I assume it would just be a, batch kind of EZA. It's for these 5. Physical Xeno Trunks, everyone's favorite. AGL, Super Saiyan Xeno Trunks. Physical MIRA, Towa, and Int Demigra. So let's see what we have to work with here in terms of these characters. Okay, so here we have Int Demigra. Okay. Interested to see what he looks like. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me raise the quality of the images. 2 seconds. All right, gamers, here we go. All right, so Demigra's leader skill, all types key 3, 90% to stats. Okay, sure. Could be like a link level leader or something. Oh, we got quite a bit here. So 2 key, 250% attack and defense, 20% crit and damage reduction, additional to 70% chance to be a super, and then he has a 50% chance to stun the attacked enemy. Okay. So, I mean, if we could stun, that's something that could be useful. Remember, that's going to be a 1-turn stun. When attacking, 250% attack and defense, with 3 crossover or Realm of God allies on the team, or if all allies are extreme class. All right, let's take a look here in terms of Demigra. So, I mean, okay, so because of demonic power, is that Mini Goku's always had a crazy team. So these are kind of like the setups. It's God Vegeta, Mini Goku, and UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta. Okay. So the all allies hitting, being villains, I mean, that's really only going to be a thing on Vegeta's crossover team. Or I guess if you really wanted to run like Goma, demonic power. Okay. But having the Realm of God's allies, I don't think is the worst there. And he gets 300% attack and defense, 40% crit, and 40% dodge. Okay, so he's got quite a bit of crit already. Got some damage reduction, got some dodge. As the second attacker in a turn, he gets 1 time 40% dodge and an attack break. 1 time only. Okay. So just have to be mindful of that if it's a very tough fight. Remember, there is an Ari Red Zone coming up. Actually, it's tomorrow night, right? Well, hold on, let me just double check this. I think it's the Ari Red Zone is like 24 hours from now, is it not? Let me see. So missions, 27th at 1 a.m. Yeah, 21 hours from now, the Ari Red Zone is dropping. All 5 stages do drop at once, and one of them is with 6 crossover characters. So it's 4 stages against Demigra, Final Form Meera, Super Villain Ultra Vegeta, and Super Villain Ultra Jiren. Okay. As the third attacker in the turn, he gets 70% dodge and 30% damage reduction. Oh, and attack's guaranteed to hit. All right, so this kid is at 50% damage reduction and 70% dodge in slot 3. Like, it's not terrible. So we'll take that. Okay. When HP is 60% or more, he gets 266% attack and another 6% dodge. He's at 76% dodge. And then the 1 time only, he'd be at 86% dodge in slot 2. Not bad. And then when HP is 60% or less, or when the character is the third attacker at the start of turn and all allies in the turn are crossover or Realm of God starting from the 3rd turn from character's entry turn. So that's his 2nd turn. So he's set up. Okay, here's how it's set up. Let's just say it's turn 1. You put Demigra in slot 2. He has the 86% dodge and the attack break. Then on turn 3, you'll transform into his giant form. Okay. Because remember, it's 3rd attacker at the start of the turn, starting from his 3rd turn from character entry turn. So it's like if he starts out as the 3rd attacker turn 1, you're not going to auto-transform. I mean, you could if you like damage yourself on the nodes on the map, right? But imagine you just go straight into the fight. It's turn 1. You put him in turn 2, and then on turn 3, he'll be able to have his giant form. So, I mean, especially, just like some of these fights, like Jiren is 1 phase. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, maybe, again, Demigra is in slot 2, and then, the turn after he goes giant form. Bro, Demigra looks like a character who could help you win to me. Yeah, he actually looks quite. That's a good setup right there. Because we have one phase red zone fights coming, including the Jiren one where you need the crossover characters. Demigra to me looks like he could be a huge asset to that. Because remember, the giant form is going to give you a turn where you waste all the boss abilities. That's the strength of that. Demigra looks pretty good to me off of that. And he gets 50% attack and defense and has a 50% chance to stun. Remember, that's a 2-turn stun. Yeah, he looks good. Okay. And then don't forget we have his giant form here as well. This is the final boss of XENOVERSE 1, right? That's what this guy was, the final boss of XENOVERSE 1. So he gets 3 keys, 666% attack. And then he is attacks guaranteed to hit. And if the enemy's HP is 60% or more, he gets another 666% attack and 66% chance to crit. Interesting. And then this is just, massive raise attack temporarily. So that's going to be, 100%. Destructive damage. And he does have a chance to stun. I believe that it is only a 1-turn giant form for him, right? I believe this is a 1-turn thing. I don't know if I could see it. I know we can see that on the Thieving 6 wiki. Let me pull it up. The Thieving 6 wiki really updates slowly these days, but it does have this down here. No, it does last for 2 to 3 turns. Interesting. Okay, so you have an 80% chance of 2 turns, and you have a 20% chance of 3 turns with the giant form. But he potentially could do a lot of damage. Again, like say it's turn 1, Demigra slot 2, and then on turn 3, you'll be able to go into the giant form, you'll be able to do a lot of damage, and then maybe you could float Demigra. And he'll heavily impact your chance to win. So, Demigra looks good to me. That looks like a nice setup here. And, I mean, he's got, lots of survivability, damage reduction and dodge and stuff, and he's got some stuns. He's got additionals. Yeah, he seems solid. Not bad. Okay, so there's that. All right, next we have MIRA. Okay, this is MIRA. Now, remember, MIRA has a transformation as well. What is this? I messed this up? It's messed up. There we go. Okay, so here's MIRA. Physical type key, 330% to stats. Okay, cool. Oh, not much here at all. Okay, wow, holy shit. 3 key, 250% attack and defense. He has 1 turn of 250% attack and defense, 1 turn of 70% dodge, and 1 turn of 25% damage reduction. Remember, Mira's a stacker, so I'm going to assume here that Meera is going to probably just be able to easily transform if it's just going to give him 1 turn of these abilities. So then when attacking with 12 or more key, 250% attack and defense. When there's 3 crossover or 3 android, or all allies are extreme class. Yeah, I was telling Iron Cane, yo, MIRA, Dokkan does count him as an android. Iron is Mr. Android, right? He's still keeping it up where he loves his androids. Although I promise you, Iron will always find time to do anything else except for Dokkan when Dokkan drops stuff. He's there for every banner, but when they drop other stuff, he's usually like, oh, now's the time to do Tamagotchi life. Although people do love it, but... Alright, so, yeah, with the 3 crossover or android allies, or if it's a full villain team. Let's see Mira's setup, speaking of. He is on the 220 for 16's team. Oh, interesting. I mean... Android 17, who's a must-run, though, is... Well, yeah, but it's an android team, so no, yeah, Meera will just synergize perfectly fine there. We could also run him an Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1s. Daima Goku, of course, has a ridiculous team. And the crossover team as well. Okay. So, with the 3 crossover android allies, let's see, 250% attack and defense, 70% crit, and a 50% chance of an additional super. If there is an ally's name includes Towa in the turn, starting from the 3rd turn from entry turn, or starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Okay, the Towa condition doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, really. 4th turn start of battle is what I usually call the golden condition anyway, because it's just very, very easy and simple to do. The Towa condition would be relevant if Mira's on turn 1, right? And you've got the Towa, and you'll have the Towa in the same turn on turn 3, then you could have final form Meera on turn 3. But it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Okay, very, very, very basic in his base. And then he's going to get a 50% attack stack, and then that's probably a 20% defensive stack. Let me see what he is in base. Yeah, so it's probably going to stay 20% defense, but he's going to get 50% attack in his base form. Okay. So I remember before this, once you would transform, he does still stack attack. Let's hope he still stacks defense once he's transformed, especially since it's very easy from the transform. So this guy was the original final boss of Xenoverse 2, right? Is who this MIRA is. He gets 3 key, 300% attack and defense, 25% damage reduction, and then a 70% chance of an additional super, 80% attack and defense, and plus 20% dodge for this character and all allies whose names include Towa. Okay. Remember, I've seen people just really mad. I mean, I get it. Let me just take a quick glance. Is Towa next? Yeah, she is. And she's got... So Towa is a character that's typically one of the banned characters, right? Because she has a nuking leader skill. So when they're talking about have Towa around, in a lot of these fights, I mean, the Towa they're going to be talking about is the new summonable unit, right? This is the Towa you're basically going to need to have. Okay, so, yeah, so we got that. When attacking with 12 or more key, 250% attack, and then he gets 100% attack for his first 4 turns. Okay. When receiving an attack with 12 or more key, 250% defense, and then for his first 6 turns, he gets 100% defense and another 15% damage reduction when receiving an attack. With 3 crossover android allies, or if the whole team is villains, 300% attack and defense and 70% crit. And then if all allies in the turn are crossover, he gets 15% damage reduction for 6 turns. So 15, 30. It's 55% damage reduction is what he's going to be working with. Yeah, it's 55. Okay, does he stack defense? He does continue to do that. So he gets 50% attack stack, probably 20% defensive stack, supreme damage enemy, and then it'll greatly lower enemy attack and defense by, that's going to be what, 30% is greatly lower. And then raise extreme class allies attack by 10% for 1 turn. I don't know how relevant that'll be. The attack buff. This is the type of thing where they make this 2 turns and it gets very interesting, but 1 turn? It's also because, like, where this is really powerful is if you could use it, again, for 2 turns to buff, like, active skills on the next turn. That's where that shit gets, like, really good. But, like, here... I mean, Meera... I mean, he looks solid to me. I don't know. I feel like I like Demigra maybe a bit more just because I feel like that Demigra setup is just... Again, that's good for winning. Just, like, I don't know how, like, flat out, I could say it. Just good for winning, right? Is kind of the thing. Okay. So, let's move on here. So, in here we got Towa. Again, I'm curious. Like, let me just, like, refresh quickly. Like, what do the replies look like? This is dangerous, because... Oh, okay. It's dangerous for me to just scroll through Twitter, man. Yeah, okay. But you could see the general reception from players, right? Yeah. So they really don't like that. I mean, to be fair, I don't... Like, it is... I'm not, like, Mr. Coder and shit, right? But I think it's very simple for them just to prevent the character from being run in the leader skill slot, rather than not be used at all, right? Like, it feels like banning the nuking characters from events overall is, like, the lazy way to do it, when the proper way to do it would just be make sure they can't be run as a lead, which I'm sure they could do, right? So yeah, her leader skill, 20% attack units per key sphere obtained, and then recover 15% or 1500 HP per key sphere of characters typing. Yeah, whoopee. Okay. So yeah, because of that, probably not really going to be getting too much use out of our girl Towa here, which is a shame, because she's a nice support type character, or she was previously. So let's see, 200% attack and defense, all allies 3 key per extreme class ally in the team, 80% attack and defense when attacking, So that's what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 6? Is my math wrong? Yeah, it's 5. 5 extreme cost allies. I always like. I'm gonna pause to make sure. I could do it, but then I get like not confident in it. Hold on. Yeah, it's 5. It's 5. It's 5. Okay. So 5 extreme cost allies gets her full buff right here. 80% attack defense when attacking up to 400%, and then all allies 10% attack and defense up to 50%. Okay. Yeah, nice. I mean that's good support, right? But when 3 or more crossover or demonic power allies are on the team, or all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class characters. So demonic power. Same thing with her. Is she on Daimagoku's? Yes, she is. Daimagoku or Vegeta are 220s. Again, that Daimagoku team is so ridiculous. It really is. It always has been. I use his leader skill so often, right? So her buff from that is 200% attack and defense, 70% dodge, and an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super. And then if all allies in the turn are crossover, she gets 15% damage reduction. I mean, they didn't really give her very much. It feels like Meera and Towa have a lot more. Is her super attack effect crazy? 50% evens for 1 turn, supreme damage, lower attack rate, lower defense, and seal super. No, they just really... Oh, wow. Yeah, it feels like they're like, yeah, like, we didn't go crazy here. Like, they barely gave her much, right? Because, like, they... It's because they know you can't use her. So it's like, ah, fuck it, whatever. They just mailed it in. This is, like, what mailing it in, I think, for an EZA looks like. Like Meera and Towa are doing... Or Meera and Demigra are doing shit. Towa is just kind of like, yeah, she just gets a little bit extra stuff. Like, it's nothing really too crazy. Okay, well, whatever. There's Towa. All right, so now we got Xeno Trunks. Just quickly, let's look at his teams again. So we got Vegeta. He's on the god of the game, Deborah's team. Gamma 2, Ultimate Gohan, and Gamma 1. He could be running the hybrid team. We'll keep an eye out for that. Vegeta family. I love running that Vegeta family team, dude. I love it. And then Bond, Master, and Disciple. So Xeno Trunks, he is on some legit teams here. So all types key 3, 60% stats for a leader skill. Good link leveling leader, potentially, right? 4 key, 250% attack and defense, 15% damage reduction, and then crossover or defender adjusts this ally 30% evens for 2 turns. Hell yeah. Nice. Nice. 2 turns? Fuck yeah, dude. We'll take that. If HP is 80% or less, or when facing 2 enemies, he does a crit. Remember, he's an AoE character as well. He does a crit, okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, 250% attack and defense, and 15% damage reduction. Oh, as the second or third attacker in the turn, another 250% attack and defense, and another 20% damage reduction. That's 50, okay. Gets an additional 70% chance to be a super in slot 3. Oh, okay. And then when 3 crossover defender or justice allies on the team, or the whole team is super class. Yeah, the whole team being super class. I mean, they've given us, dude, it's the year of Vegeta, and a lot of the Vegetas are not super class, right? I mean, it's not hard to make a full superclass team, but... Because, like, we could easily run, you know, Vegeta family, full superclass, but that would be no Vegeta and Nappa, no LR God Vegeta, and no LR Majin Vegeta either, who are some of the stronger characters in the game, right? And then that gives them 250% attack and defense. Another one, wow. 50% chance to crit. Rainbow orb changing? No, excuse me, I'm sorry. He creates physical key spheres. Okay, physical key spheres for what purpose? I just want to take a look. Creates physical key spheres? I'm missing why he did that. Is that because God Vegeta doesn't change physical? No, I'm not really too sure why he makes... I mean, I get that he's a physical character, right? Sure, but, like, it doesn't... I don't... It doesn't really matter. Okay. I got excited for a second because I thought he was going to be a Rainbow Orb Changer, which right now are really good. I mean, if he was a Rainbow Orb Changer, then it's like, okay, like, you know, we run him on the Vegeta family team, and that could be huge for, like, the Int Super Saiyan 4s, for example. And then he gives you a Scouter. For season enemy super attack within the character's attacking turn, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. That's pretty good. I like him. We give him full dodge and raw defense. He could be cooking. Yeah. AoEs would hurt him bad. But, seems solid. Okay, what's the super attack effect? he gets 50% attack and 30% defense for one turn. Remember, this is not a stacker. He's not a stacking character. Supreme damage. Oh, fuck, dude. Are you kidding me? Allies 20% attack damage for 2 turns? Bro! Wait, how many additionals did you have? So we'll do our first super. 2. I guess it is just 2. So he could do at best 3 supers. But yeah, dude, that's pretty good. This is what I'm talking about. Like with Meera, it's like, I mean, it doesn't matter. This, though, the defense is really powerful. And then that attack, I mean, if you have Xeno Trunks do 2 or 3 supers, and then we do active skills the next turn, that's a big deal. Yeah, Trunks is good. Remember, this is not stacking, by the way. I wish they would do this better, but this is not stacking. He's not stacking. Someone is going to look at it and be like, oh, he's stacking. He's not stacking. He's not stacking. This is 50% attack for 1 turn, 30% defense for 1 turn. I wish they would just always write it out separately, so it would just say 50% attack 1 turn, 30% defense 1 turn, right? But they don't. But it's 50% attack, 30% defense for 1 turn. This super attack effect and him giving this support right here, and I mean, it looks like he'll at least be okay-ish tanking Rise in slot 3, right? Again, I think we fill him up with raw defense and dodge, and he could be chilling. And then we get a couple of supers, and, you know, he could help. Yeah, it looks solid for Xeno Trunks right there. All right, so here's Super Saiyan Xeno Trunks. Okay, so let's take a look here. Here, we'll get rid of these 2 right here. Get rid of this. My mouse is, like, very hard to explain, but it's, like, not... it's time for me to get a new... I mean, I don't have, like, one of these crazy ones. I just get, like, the little cheap, like, wireless mice or whatever, but... It's like, it's hard to explain, but it's not precise right now. So it's time for me to get a new one. Like just like landing on this X is actually like, it's little, I mean, I'm not like an expert, you know, PC gamer. Oh my God. But yeah, I gotta get in. Well, I did order a new mouse, but it'll be here later. All right. So, oh yeah, Xeno Trunks. Let's look at the teams here. So yeah, same thing. God Vegeta, Deborah, Saiyans. Yeah. So same as the base Xeno Trunks. Okay. Leader skill, all types, or no, excuse me, AGL type, key 3, and 100% of stats. So he gets 2 key, 250% attack and defense, 25% dodge, and then crossover mission execution, ally 30% attack for 2 turns. Nice, not bad. When attacking with 12 or more key, 250% attack and defense. Then if HP is 80% or less, or if there's 2 enemies, he gets another 150% attack. As the second or third attacker in the turn, 250% attack and defense and 20% dodge. That gets us up to 45%. As the third attacker in the turn, he gets an additional 70% chance to be a super. When receiving a normal attack, 60% damage reduction. That's so interesting because that's usually what characters with counters get. But this Trunks is not a counter character. That's so interesting. Okay. I mean, I like that. I like that, though. And then when receiving a super attack, 30% dodge. So that would put him... He's at, what? 75% dodge on supers. But he does have some damage reduction from normals. So, yeah, raw defense and dodge build. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have ever thought of me using one of those builds, right? Like some defense and dodge, but that's what it seems like. I can't even keep a straight face saying that, man. But that seems like that's what would be good for this guy. Because, I mean, maybe with the damage reduction, I mean, it's a decent amount for normals. I do not mind whatsoever. In my opinion, this is a great setup for them to give to characters. Give them damage reduction for normals, and then you got to dodge the super. This is not like the new Dokkan Fest LR. This is a banner unit EZA. So I think that this is great, right here. This setup is great for a banner unit EZA. Right? Like, so it's like he's got the damage reduction. He does have some dodge, but he's got the damage reduction for the normals and then dodge in case the super comes in. I think that's fine. Then when there's 3 crossover mission execution allies in the team, or when all allies in the turn are super class characters, 250% attack and defense, 70% crit, and an attack break. An attack break, huh? Okay. 70% crit. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think a lot of these guys are solid. I think base Xeno... Well, let's look at this guy's super attack effect first. Oh, he's also got it. Okay. Supreme damage to enemy, raise attack for 7 turns. My gut is telling me that's 50%, actually. And then allies attacking even so 20% for 2 turns. Wow, he got that too. What is this? It is. It's going to be 50%, yeah. That's 50%. That's pretty good. 50% attack for 7 turns. Okay. And then he's got this. Towa's a throwaway, but I mean, her leader skill anyway. Or like, whatever. Demigra to me seems really good, actually. Demigra is like just a character that will help us win, period. Like, if anyone is like thinking about doing the, like, that crossover mission against the ultra supervillain Jiren in that Ari red zone, I think Demigra is a huge asset probably towards helping you win. Because, you know, he's in slot 2, then the next turn you transform. It's a good setup for Demigra to help win. But the 2 Trunkses with their support look good to me, right? And then Trunks, I mean, 50% attack for 7 turns. I already know people are going to go, oh, we're going 30 additional on him. You can, but remember, it's the reason you're going additional is for this, right? To get, you know, the 50% damage for 7 turns and this effect is worth going for additional for this effect, in my opinion. 20% attack units for 2 turns. You get the hidden potential system additional super. You're giving yourself huge support with that. But for me, I hate it because it's like you proc it, and then you get a coin flip. And if it's a normal or a super. And Trunks gets no value from additional normals. He needs to do the super, so I hate that. So you guys could go, I'm sure a lot of people will just go additional on these guys. Maybe I will just to maybe conserve some equips, some god equips. Like, I have so many additional equips that I really don't use on characters. I mean, this would be a good spot where I guess I could use it, right? Like a big additional plus raw defense or something. But, I mean, if I had infinite god equips that I could go on every character, I'd go full defense and dodge. I mean, for every single one of these characters. But, I mean, characters need to be built a specific way for me not to go dodge on them. Because dodge just gives us the best chance to win. Yeah, so if I had to rank them, I don't know. I mean, Demigra, I think, is the best. But, I mean, Meera and the 2 Trunkses are good. And then Towa just, yeah, poor Towa is just kind of like a throwaway here. Which is a shame, because this is the only just regular Towa there is, right? There are many Towas, right? So we have, I don't know why these 2 are coming up, but. So we have the regular Towa. We got Darkness Towa. We got, what is it, Demon Goddess Towa. Oh, this is a regular Towa. The Scientist Towa is just regular Towa as well. Oh, yeah, she's already easy aid, though. Yeah. I was going to say, hopefully the Heroes characters do easy. I don't think it's going to be this celebration. So this week is Heroes Easy A's. Next week, I think Golden Week is going to start towards the end of the week. Like, I think the Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest, to me, very likely is like the 8th or the 7th. So I think we're actually probably gonna, like, things are going to be very slow after this drop. Like, we're going to get the Easy A's. I assume these guys, they might drop in 21 hours with the Red Zone. So we're going to get the 5 Easy A characters and the Red Zone stages. And then after that, if that's all tonight, there's also, there's a couple of events, but I think that might all drop tonight. And then we legit may not see anything until like the 6th. Maybe. So it might be it's going to be a huge, oh, I just got a really good equip. Oh, I've got 8 of these. Gold, dodge, and attack for super physical, but I've got 8 of those. Okay. So not a big deal. Okay. Well, there is the characters, chat. The Xenoverse EZAs. I mean, listen, do I think the crossover team is going to be better with these guys? Yes, I do. Like, it's, to me, so, like, we would run, you definitely want to run these 3, and then you have the option of the other 6 characters. Well, let's just say let's remove Towa from it, Tech Towa. So, you know, I mean, if we're, I understand a lot of players aren't going to have these guys, right? Because they're brand new banner. But, like, you would start the team with these 3, and then you have between Jiren, the 2 Xeno Trunkses, Meera, and Demigra to build kind of like the last couple characters. But they at least will work well. The thing is I think in most fights, God Vegeta on the full crossover team, he's going to be okay. And especially with the Xeno Trunkses, this shit is going to really help God Vegeta. A lot. A lot. This guy is going to be huge for God Vegeta. Huge for him. And it's very easy to run this dude in slot 2. And he's going to massively impact the team's defense as well. So between the God Vegetas and the base Xeno Trunkses, like you're gonna be good to go, and then you can just fill in the rest of the team. I think it's gonna work well, this crossover team. I am very optimistic now that they're doing this a crossover, and because God Vegeta is a Dokkan Fest LR, that we might see regular crossover celebrations, hopefully, and they do hero stuff. I don't think it's like, see, after Battle Hour, like, waiting for heroes is not like a smoking dick opinion or something like that, right? Like, I do think we could see the hero stuff pop up at some point this year, like, realistically, right? And it would potentially be helpful for the crossover team and for this guy Vegeta. I mean, they gotta know, people do love their Vegeta characters, so I mean, if they continue to support this Vegeta, people will be happy. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think here. Let's just end on the XENOVERSE link, because now this is, yeah, most of these characters are very relevant. They didn't touch the two non-UR, but yeah, every single one of these characters are in this celebration, except for the Tech Xeno Trunks. So that, I mean, that's decent. That's decent. Them doing this easy. And remember, you can get the stone to pick these characters out, too. To me, Demigra is the best one for winning. Like, it's just, I think that combo of his is actually so strong. Maybe I'm stupid, but you just turn, like, you know, Demigra shows up, you run him in turn 2, next turn you're transforming, and you're taking away the boss super attack. And remember, it's a we looked it up, it's a multiple turn giant form, so you're always going to be canceling the boss attacks and shit. Sometimes if it's a 1-turn giant, like Goma is a 1-turn giant, sometimes you don't end up canceling all the boss abilities. But if it's a 2-turn, you always will cancel the boss abilities. So, like, that's gross what Demigra's got. I think he looks really good to me. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.